Welcome back, gamers. Today I'll be reviewing Until Then, an indie game that has captured the hearts of players and critics alike. This game was developed by Polychroma Games, and it is an emotional roller coaster that masterfully blends narrative depth with stunning visuals and auditory design. So sit back, relax, and let's explore what makes Until Then a must-play experience. Until Then is a narrative-driven adventure game that takes you on a journey through the eyes of the protagonist, Alex. The game begins with a seemingly ordinary town that quickly reveals itself to be nothing but. The game's narrative unfolds through a series of poignant flashbacks and present-day interactions, weaving a complex tale of love, loss, and the passage of time. From the moment you start playing, you're drawn into Alex's world, feeling very emotional and experiencing every moment as if it were your own. One standout aspect of Until Then is its unique gameplay mechanics, because at its core it's an exploration game, but it's much more than just that. The game employs a combination of traditional point-and-click mechanics with innovative puzzle-solving elements, and the puzzles are intricately designed, often requiring you to think outside the box and consider the emotional and psychological state of the character involved. And this adds a layer of depth and immersion that is rarely seen in similar titles. But the game also features a dynamic choice system, where your decisions have real consequences, affecting not only the immediate storyline, but also the ultimate outcome of the game. And this here adds a significant replay value, as you'll want to explore different choices and the impact on the narrative. The game's branching paths are well crafted, ensuring that not two playthroughs are exactly alike. And visually, Until Then is a work of art. The game's art style is a beautiful blend of hand-drawn animations and detailed environments. Each scene is meticulously crafted, with attention to detail that enhances the overall atmosphere of the game. The game's color palette shifts with the tone of the story, using warm, inviting hues during happier moments and cooler, more muted colors during the more somber parts of the narrative. This visual storytelling is a powerful tool the Polychroma Games has used to great effect. The auditory design in the game is equally impressive. The soundtrack is composed by the talented Emily Caldwin, and I can tell you it's a hauntingly beautiful accompaniment to the game's narrative, as each piece of music has been carefully chosen to enhance the emotional impact of the scenes. Whether it's a quiet, introspective moment or a dramatic, heart-wrenching revelation, I should mention the sound effects are also top-notch, adding a layer of realism to the game's world. From the rustling of the leaves to the distant sound of thunder, every auditory detail is designed to draw you deeper into the experience. And a major highlight of Until Then is its rich character development. Alex, the protagonist, is a deeply relatable character, and the game does an excellent job of peeling back the layers of his personality and past. The supporting characters are equally well developed, each with their own unique backstories and motivations. And the interactions between characters are natural and believable, adding depth to the narrative. Throughout this game, you'll find yourself growing attached to these characters, feeling their joys and sorrows as if they were your own. The game's dialogue is also well written and avoids the pitfalls of cliché, instead opting for realistic, heartfelt exchanges to drive the story forward. This focus on character development ensures that you're not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the narrative. And this game is rich with themes of symbolism. At its heart, it's a story about time and the impact it has on our lives. The game explores how our past shapes our present and future, and how the choices we make ripple through time. The use of time as a narrative device is masterful, with flashbacks seamlessly integrating into the present-day storyline, providing context and depth to the characters and their motivations. The game also delves into the themes of love and loss. It portrays the complexities of human relationships with a sensitivity and honesty that is rarely seen in video games. The symbolism used through the game is subtle yet powerful, adding layers of meaning to the narrative, from the recurring imagery on the clocks and the hourglasses to the shifting color palettes. Every element of the game is imbued with significance. The game's ability to evoke strong emotions on you is remarkable. The narrative is crafted with such care and sensitivity that it is impossible not to be moved by Alex's story. The game's exploration of themes like love, loss, and the passage of time resonates deeply with anyone who has experienced similar emotions in their lives. The moments of introspection and the quiet contemplations are balanced with dramatic, heart-wrenching scenes that leave a lasting impression. The emotional highs and lows are expertly placed, ensuring that you are continually engaged and invested in the story. It's a rare achievement for a game to connect so profoundly with its audience, and Until Then does this with grace and authenticity. The game's multiple endings provide a strong incentive to replay the game and see how the different choices affect the overall story. So whether you're driven by the curiosity or the desire to uncover every facet of the narrative, Until Then ensures that the journey remains fresh and engaging each time you play. Additionally, the game's achievements and collectibles add another layer of replayability. These elements are thoughtfully integrated into the gameplay, rewarding anyone who takes their time to explore every corner of the game's world. This attention to detail enhances the overall experience and provides ample reason to return into the game. Playing Until Then is an immersive and unforgettable experience. From the moment you start the game, you're drawn into its beautiful crafted world. The seamless integration of narrative, gameplay, and audio-visual elements creates a cohesive and engaging experience that is greater than the sum of its parts. The game's pacing is expertly managed with the perfect balance between exploration, puzzle solving, and storytelling. The transitions between the elements are smooth and ensure that the gameplay never feels disjointed or repetitive. For me, this careful attention to pacing helps maintain you in the immersion and keeps the narrative momentum going strong. And when it comes to accessibility, the game's intuitive controls and user-friendly interface makes it easy for players of any skills to jump in and enjoy the experience. The developers have clearly put a lot of thought into making this game as inclusive as possible, which is very commendable. In my opinion, Until Then is a masterpiece of narrative-driven gaming. Its compelling story, innovative gameplay mechanics, and stunning visual and auditory design come together to create an experience that is both deeply moving and immensely satisfying. The game's ability to evoke genuine emotions and connect with players on a personal level sets it apart from many other titles. For me, the game is a 10 out of 10. Whether you're a fan of story-driven games or simply looking for a unique and memorable gaming experience, Until Then is a must-play. If you've played the game, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.